What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back for another one of my music video reactions in which I'm going to take a look at this song, this debut song, I do believe, from Jeon Soyeon, and the song is titled Jelly. This song is literally, I believe, the first song to be released this week. So, of course, that's why I'm covering this song as on Monday. But yeah, I'm interested, of course, as always, to hear new music, to hear a new person do their thing, see what they're gonna do. So I don't really have any sort of like context or anything to say beforehand as far as this intro goes. So with all of that done, let's just basically get into it. First off, by saying though that I'm gonna do what I do in all my videos, and this one, as always, and I'm gonna listen to this song, give you guys my honest first impression, thoughts, and opinions on it, whether I like it or not. So if that is something that you guys are interested in hearing more of at any point in the future or during this video, then please do consider clicking on the subscribe button down below. So with all that being said, let's get the video started and the song started. Okay, this little flow in the vibe right now is nice, interesting. I'm digging that little dissonant little keyboard, I guess it is back there. I was kind of, because I'm really digging the whole, the song doesn't feel smooth or anything like that, if that makes any sense. Like there's a little bit about this song that I listen to, where the notes and stuff like just don't kind of sound right, which makes it a little uncomfortable, but I actually really enjoy that. It makes it really interesting to listen to. It's like all of those incomplete chords that they're that they got going on in that music track with that keyboard and all that stuff. Obviously it sounds weird because it's just the nature of the sound, but I also like it. The song's so hard to just vibe to though, But at the same time, I guess instead of like vibing with the music, I'm more feeling it with the vocals, the flow of the vocals, which is an interesting thing. That's interesting. That's a good. I like that. I think that's an appropriate way to kind of end that song. So yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I'm not really left right now like blown away. Like this isn't one of those songs that's kind of like immediately hit me. This is one of these songs. This is one of the songs which it doesn't happen super frequently, but it doesn't happen like it's not like a particularly super rare thing, but it is a song that's kind of left me thinking like there's more to this song, of course, than what I picked up right now, which of course is kind of true for all songs that get released. Is like sometimes on a relatively rare occasion, there's going to be a song that the first time that you listen to it, it just immediately clicks for you and you love it. There's going to be other songs where you enjoy it, but you know, it's not really anything that, there isn't anything in there that stands out to you. And so that doesn't necessarily cause you to be like, I got to listen to this song more to fully understand it and, you know, comprehend what I just heard. This is a song that has got some elements to it that, you know, have stood out to me that I really, really enjoy. And because of that, and the nature of the song being something that is a little bit different, actually not a little bit, it's very much different in the structure and the sound and just the general vibe and presentation of this song. That's very much different from K-pop, and I like it. I don't exactly know how much I like it, but it definitely is something that has given me more motivation and more interest to listen to this song more and just think about it and process it in my head. So what exactly is it that stood out to me primarily, and just to kind of just like generally talk about the song without going into specific details, it's just the fact that the song is, there's a lot of like dissonance in this song, right? Where I guess the best way to kind of explain that is, if you know, if you're listening to a song or you know, playing guitar or piano, and you're not hitting, when you're playing your chords, but you're also leaving out notes and you're not hitting all of the keys to play the chords, then that sounds a little off, and you're not getting the full chord. You're getting part of it. You're missing some of the key elements that kind of fill out the entire sound of that chord. So it kind of goes with the sound of the song and the sound of the notes and other stuff. And it also kind of has something to do as well with the kind of the pacing and the tempo and the structure of the song too, which kind of gives a little bit of a feel that it's a song that it feels a little irregular in the tempo, like it's constantly changing, like not really, it feels, of course, music always has some sort of time signature and a set amount of, you know, beats per, you know, bar or whatever. And, you know, but it feels to a certain extent that, like, instead of having a consistent tempo for a verse, that it feels a little bit, you know, it's not like it's true, but it kind of feels a little bit like there isn't like a set, you know, tempo for the entire verse. Like it changes somewhere in the middle of the verse or multiple times during the verse. I'm pretty sure, 100% sure, that is not actually the case, but it is kind of a little bit the feel of it a little bit. Tiny bit, or that's a little bit of, you know, potential dissonance. That's not really what I'm feeling in this song though. But like if you listen to that keyboard thing that's going on back there throughout the entire song, which kind of accents the rhythm, the percussion aspect of this, the notes and the chords that they're playing in that part or in that specific instrument line, it doesn't necessarily feel complete, if that makes any sense. Like I'm listening to them and they sound a little weird. Now, of course, that could be that it likely isn't necessarily because they're, you know, not playing complete chords, but it is more probably because of the way that they're processing it through whatever their mixers and their keyboards. So they're getting, you know, they're doing whatever the EQ is, I guess, that they're using on that makes them feel a little weird. But, you know, it just overall gives the song a little bit of a feeling where, you know, it doesn't exactly, it kind of keeps me on edge. Like, it's not necessarily a sound that I don't like hearing, but it just doesn't sound necessarily as complete as, you know, every other song kind of aims to be, which is definitely something that is very, very different. You know, dissonance and all of that kind of stuff is definitely something that is very, very much used when it comes to music. In general, not necessarily something that you hear too frequently, I think, in pop music, because it's something that isn't that when you listen to it and it's not immediately, you know, comfortable or nice to listen to for a lot of people. So, you know, it just isn't something, it isn't an element of music that is going to appeal to a wide variety of people, like, which is the target of K-pop, or pop music in general. It's targeted at everybody. So doing this song is not necessarily, I think, going to be something that resonates a lot with a wide variety of people, but, you know, people that do hear it, you know, maybe they'll like it, maybe they won't. It's going to be kind of a little bit of an iffy sort of song, but I really, really, really do, you know, like that aspect of it, which, of course, I talked about it for like 4 minutes already, but that's really, really fantastic. And then the other part, you know, where, you know, you're listening to some music and you're just kind of, you know, you're picking up the vibe and you're just like kind of into it and you're vibing off the music. A lot of times that's not necessarily something that you're not feeling the music because of the vocal track, but it's really because you're feeling the actual music track that's supporting the vocals. In this case, the music track is something that isn't necessarily, to me at least in this instance, it's not necessarily something that is easy to kind of like vibe off of, to just kind of like get the feel of it, which that does kind of play back into the use of like dissonance within the structure and the composition of the music. But what I was actually vibing on was the flow and the feel of the vocals, because I think the most comfortable thing to listen to in this entire song and to kind of follow along with were the flow of the vocals, despite the fact that, you know, they were kind of, you know, stop and start, and, you know, it was the flow was a little irregular at times during the song. It's, you know, normal. It gives it a little bit of interesting variety and some flavor to it, but at the same time, the vocal track was something that was really the thing that I think that kind of like held the entire song down and tied it all together to make a really, really good product, where, you know, the music track isn't going to be something that is going to be something that people really, really enjoy potentially, but what they can get on and what they probably will focus on more than anything else is the flow and the vibe of the vocals, and that's kind of what they'll latch on to. The music track will just be something to, you know, to be behind it, to support the vocals. And I think that's good. It's a little bit of an interesting and a little bit of a different approach from, I think, a lot of other K-pop songs, most other K-pop songs, because, you know, making a song this way, making a song with this kind of sound and vibe isn't necessarily something I think that's going to appeal to a lot of people, which, as I said previously, is kind of the aim for K-pop music, is to appeal to everyone that they possibly can. So I definitely do enjoy this. I'm very, very motivated now to listen to this song some more and just, you know, put it on repeat and pick it apart a little bit. And, you know, that means that there'll potentially be a review video coming up within the next day or two, hopefully. So that's really all that I got to say. Of course, question for you guys is, what did you feel about the music track for this song? Like, were you feeling it? Were you loving it? Or was it something that you weren't quite sure on? You know, whatever it is that you thought, whatever you think about this song in general, of course, put your answers and your just general thoughts and comments on this song down in the comment box below. Don't be afraid to share your thoughts and opinions, whether you like this song or not, because the community that we're trying to build here is all about having some free and open discussion about our thoughts and opinions, no matter what they are. So if that's a community that you are interested in becoming a part of, then please do consider clicking on the subscribe button down below. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.